Hi everybody and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today, you guys, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my winter skincare routine and also a gua sha massage. So I am feeling a little bit tired. I had kind of like a Christmas party in the gym where I work yesterday, so it was a late night. I had a couple of wines, so I can definitely tell by my face. So I thought this is a perfect time for me to sit down and do my gua sha routine and really deep huff, drain the lymph, you know, like really get that blood flowing and the lymph moving. And I thought I will share it with you because it's been a minute since I shared the gua sha routine. So we will straight jump into it. I'm gonna do a quick cleanse because I did obviously take my makeup off last night, but there might be a little bit of residue here and there just because it was late and I had a few wines, and just like I said, things happen. So I'm using a miracle cleanser from Aurelia, so this beautiful guy. So it's a miracle cleanser. This has got chamomile, eucalyptus. This is a super gentle cleanser. It's water-based, so I use it as my second cleanse or just as a single step cleanse. And it's great because you can use it on your eyes and it's very gentle. It doesn't sting, you know, it doesn't irritate my eyes, and it just removes any kind of impurities and removes makeup very well as well if you wear light makeup. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit of massage right now. I'm gonna start by warming up the lymph nodes. So I am going over and under with my fingers. It's a great time to massage. If you don't have oils, if you don't have creams, or maybe you prefer to go with your massage earlier in your routine, then I would advise doing it when you're cleansing. I'm doing exactly the same over and under my collarbones. So we've got big lymph nodes there. Just starting to warm everything up. And then I'm going to use my knuckles on my neck. Circular motions. You can go a little bit further on the back of your neck. And let's do a little sweeps. So I've been using basically peace fingers through all of this massage. And it's a great way to sculpt and hug onto your jawline. A couple of sweeps under the cheekbones and over the forehead as well. And then I'm gonna use this little bamboo cloths. They also are from Aurelia. Just a great way to cut down on the amount of cotton pads that I use. They are reusable, washable, so I use them with my cleansers and I also use them with my toners. So it's a pack of a few and you can get them on Aurelia site. I've got 25% off in December of all Aurelia products actually. They've got different textures on different sides. So one is smooth and one is a little bit rougher. So you can get that a little bit of extra exfoliation using the cotton pad and depending on the side you're using as well. They also just feel very gentle on the skin. Just going to take everything off. Clean my chest as well. So, and then we're going to go into a serum and then we will go with the massage. So the serum that I'm using is the probiotic concentrate. This is amazing if you have sensitive skin, basically for any skin type, but especially if you have sensitive skin. I would advise trying this because it's very calming and nourishing for the skin. It's a great step to use before your moisturizer or before the oil you're using at the moment. I've also got a breakout coming up here, I can feel it, so it's a great time to do the gua sha routine, just to drain around there. I also apply this onto my eyes and onto my neck, just for that extra hydration and extra feeding step. And then I'm going to be using a gua sha and an oil, and the gua sha and the oil that I'm going to be using are from the Sculpt and Sleep collection. It's a little kit that comes like this. So it's a metal tin that has 3 products in it. It has the probiotic concentrate that I have just used. It has a gua sha stone that we're going to be using right now. and the Cell Repair Night Oil, which is the oil that I always pretty much use for my massages. So I either use the day one or I use the night one. So I just think that this is absolutely a perfect gift if you are into massages or you think somebody would get into them. This is just a perfect starter kit because you can use the serum any day, any time of the day, and you can use the night oil without the gua sha. And the gua sha is basically a gift that just keeps on giving. It's always there at your fingertips to give yourself a little bit of self-care. So I've already got an oil open. It's actually running very low because I use so much of this. So I'm going to be using mine. I'm going to apply a couple of drops into my hands. You just want to provide a little bit of glide and slide in onto the skin for the gua sha. So I'm just going to press that into my face and into my neck as well. And just a couple of drops is more than enough. This smells amazing as well. So I always think it almost like aromatherapy and not just a massage. So we're going to start with the neck. I'm going to take the longer edge of the gua sha and slide it from below my ear towards my collarbone. So what I'm doing is I'm holding my gua sha quite flat against the skin. It's about 30 degrees. Very gentle pressure here. You don't have to use a lot of pressure because our lymph is very superficial, so it doesn't need a lot of pressure to get moving. And I'm just moving a little bit close along the jawline, around the platysma muscle and around the thyroid. We're gonna go quite carefully and very gently. And then let's do the opposite side. And then let's do the chest as well. So for the chest, I'm going from my sternum out towards the armpits. We have big lymph nodes around the armpits. So again, holding it quite flat. And release. And let's move on to the face. I'm going to start by holding the gua sha flat and go along my jawline from the chin towards the ear. And it's quite nice to have that curve as well because it just hugs onto the jawline. And on the last one, just drain down. Let's do the same on the other side. And draining down. And from there we're going to go a little bit higher. So now I'm holding it on an angle, and then we're going to slide towards the ear. The other hand is just there for support. I'm just holding my skin so it doesn't drag. But if you apply enough oil, it's not going to drag. And drain down. Let's work a little bit into the chewing muscle. So I'm actually going to open my mouth and then I'm going to go up and down through the chewing muscle. You will feel it. It's going to be quite tense just here. You can try to hold it with your finger and kind of locate it. So I like to use this edge. It might be quite tender and painful because we tend to hold a lot of pressure and a lot of tension in our chewing muscles. Especially if you tend to grind your teeth, this is a really good little move to do. It's quite wide, so go through the whole kind of square footage of the muscle. And let's go for some nasolabial folds, marionette lines. So holding it flat, long edge towards the mouth, going all the way towards the ear. And let's work a little bit around the mouth. So if you get smoker's lines or these little fine lines around the mouth, so holding one hand on one side, and with the other one I'm sliding and then I'm flicking into the nasolabial fold. We're going to go a little bit higher, so we're going to work into the nasolabial fold, but this time I'm going to go towards the temple, and at the temple you can give it a little shake, so almost like a little wiggle. And then you can take it into the hairline. The same on the other side. Let's go for some circular motion around the sinuses. So it's great to release any sinuses congestion, especially if you suffer from allergies or headaches. Don't forget to breathe and also drink plenty of water after the massage. And let's work a little bit around the eye. So again, using this edge, very feather-like motion here, going into the temple and a little bit of circular movement around the temple. It's a great way to release stress, any tensions. And then I'm gonna go under the brow, so I'm using the long edge here. I'm going from the inner corner up, just under the brow. And then we're gonna make this move a little bit longer. So we're gonna go over, up, and then over. This is great to depuff the eyes, get rid of those dark circles. Let's do a little drain down, and the same on the other side. And let's go into the forehead. I'm going to use the long edge and slide from my brows up towards the hairline. And then from the middle of the forehead out. Again, holding the gua sha quite flat. To clean the gua sha, I just use soapy water and then I towel dry it. And I store it in a little bag. I also quite like to work just a little bit between the brows where those angry 11s like to form, and if you tend to get a wrinkle just on the bridge of your nose. And to release a bit more pressure, just do a little wiggle. And you can do that along the whole forehead. It's very relaxing. I'm feeling very relaxed. But also I can see how much brighter my face feels and looks. So let's do a couple of sweeps all the way down. And then the side. If you have any questions at all about this routine or any other routine or the products that I showed you, please let me know. And otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was so lovely. It's always so great to sit down and do my own self-care, but also share it with you. So I'm going to leave the link to the kit in the description box below. And like I said, there is a discount for it as well. And otherwise, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!